Grab your cup. I want to talk about trauma and healing, the words trauma and healing, because people leave me comments all the time. And I can tell when I read the comments that there's a sense of brokenness. There's a sense of there's something wrong with me because of what happened to me. And it might be what happened to me. It might be there's something wrong with me because I don't fit in. There's something wrong with me because I'm not following the expectations that I have for myself, that my family has for me, or society has for me. There's something wrong and I'm broken. I want to offer you another perspective just about even the word healing, because when we use the word heal or healing in other ways, it's about sickness, right? Or we're healing from an injury, we're healing from an illness. So I think that's where the connotation comes from. But here's a slightly different, let's swap it out and see how it feels for you. To me, when I look at my own life and when I go to work with my clients, I hold the frame, I hold the context that we are actually doing the work to remember the truth. That's what we're doing, is we are remembering. Instead of healing, we are remembering. So what are we remembering? We're remembering the truth of who we are, the truth of the wholeness that we were born with, the wholeness that we hold in our spirit, but because of the things that have happened, because of the family and cultural expectations, we got pulled away and we stopped remembering the truth of who we are. Okay? When a new baby is born into this life, they fully love. They express themselves. They cry when they're mad or when they need something. They laugh joyously when they're happy. They're not guarded. They experience things, throw a tantrum, get over it. They look at the world with wonder and awe, and they know that they're part of it all. Because when a baby is born into this life, there's a knowing in their spirit of where they came from. There's a knowing of the connection with God, with love, with the universe, whatever word you want to use. There's a connection from where we came from. We didn't just pop here out of like a random chaos act. There's an intelligent, organized, loving force that we are created from. And we forget. Sometimes the forgetting happens very early in life because we happen to be born into situations where the family messaging is rough. There's a lot of hurt and pain in that family, maybe in the household. There's anger issues. There's whatever there is. You get my message, right? So maybe the forgetting of the truth of who we are starts very young. And for a lot of people, that's the case. As we go on in life, we keep forgetting because we keep listening to the messages in the world around us, how we're supposed to be, what our bodies are supposed to look like, what accomplishments we're supposed to have. And then when we look at, does that fit for me? I'm broken, and I make a decision about myself that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy of having things, that I'm not going to be able to do my life. I make a decision about myself. And that's the trauma, is the decision, right? The decision and the way you interpret things that changes how you see yourself. So healing is not about being broken. It's about remembering the truth that intelligent, divine love is your source. You came from that. Who you are is whole and complete. What we need to do to get back to remembering is first teach your body to calm down, because all of those experiences have affected your nervous system and have your nervous system triggered on in a way that you can't get your thinking to change because you're so much dealing with the nervous system dysregulation. So first we have to teach your body to calm down. We have to understand how those interpretations have pulled you away from the truth. When you start to see that, oh, I can see that. I can see that that is something I decided about myself. And then we start to connect, and not necessarily in that order, but kind of in that order. When I work with clients, I do all of it, pieces of it, together as we go through the work that we do. But I think that that's a big reason why a lot of people will say, I've been in therapy and I still, I'm still struggling, or I've been in therapy for years. Therapy is one piece of it. This is why, if you're still left with always needing to deal with life, if you still have triggers, because the way that you deal with triggers is to avoid them, but at some point they show up and now you're triggered again, right? It's because you're missing the pieces. In therapy, sometimes we just talk about what we're thinking, but we are not teaching the body to calm down, so that dysregulation is always there. And we are not remembering the connection to spirit. That's a huge one. Remembering the connection to your spiritual truth. That's really where the healing comes in, is the remembering. And the other part of it is shifting the emotions that got stuck. Thoughts and emotions feed each other. What you think drives a certain emotion. When you're having those emotions, it now makes you think certain ways. So we have to do all of that. But it's not because you're broken. Healing is about remembering the truth, remembering the wholeness that's in you, and weeding out, pulling out the things that have blocked you from that have pulled you away from that. Okay? If you want more information, you can always reach out to me. You can also click the link for the Healing Circle, which is a really affordable way to start to get some of those tools, at least pieces of them, if that's what works for you right now. Have a good day.